As soon as you start thinking about your manifestation, it's now at a lower vibrational frequency. Let me explain what I mean. As soon as you start thinking about your manifestation, you have to realize that you are coming into the mind. The mind is ego. And there's nothing wrong with ego. Ego is fine. Ego is necessary, and the ego is important. But what we have to realize fundamentally, that the ego has subconscious ideas, beliefs, perspectives, emotions, traumas, wounds, hardships, heartbreaks, divorces, and all of these neural associations are going to affect your goal and your manifestation regardless. So what I want to share with you is how to transcend the mind so that you're manifesting from a higher vibrational frequency, because manifesting from the mind is a lower vibrational frequency. It doesn't necessarily mean it's completely low or that is something that you don't want to deal with at all. What I'm saying is it's a lower vibrational frequency in comparison to what I'm going to be sharing with you next. The heart is a higher vibrational frequency to manifest from. I'm also going to share with you another even higher vibrational frequency to manifest from. So let's talk about the heart, right? The heart is the first organ to grow in the human body. The heart is feminine energy. The mind is masculine energy, okay? Feminine energy always starts the picture in our reality, in our world, right? Women create men, right? Women create women, women create men. The feminine energy is the first. The same with animals, right? You have to have the feminine dynamic in order to manifest reality. The mind is secondary, okay? So the first brain, the original brain, is love, is the heart, all right? And so we got to be dealing with the heart, okay? And so when we look at a plug socket, right? The plug socket's got the holes in the wall, right? The holes in the wall is the feminine, and then the plug is the masculine. The holes in the wall is where the power is at. It's the feminine energy. This is what charges your battery, charges your computer, and all of this stuff, right? So when it comes to the feminine energy, we have to be utilizing that in our manifestations. It's a much higher vibrational frequency than thoughts. Can you describe love? Have you ever said to someone, or you've seen in a movie or something like this, the way I feel about you is something that I can't explain? You know, I love you so much that I don't have words to explain how much I love you. You've probably heard these sayings before, and maybe you've experienced and felt these feelings yourself. It's inexplainable. You can't explain it. So, with that being said, what if you realize that actually when you're manifesting and you're in that love energy, can you see how it's I can't explain it energy? And that's a feeling that is so potent and so powerful and so aligned with the universe that it transcends the mind and the thought. The mind and the thought puts your manifestation into a box, into a container, right? And it's like limited, right? If you say you want to manifest $10,000, now you've blocked yourself from manifesting $20,000. You don't know what the universe has in store for you. Maybe there's $20,000 or $100,000, but you said $10,000, and that's okay sometimes. And you know, people work with that and they get results with that. But through my understanding, the years of learning about the law of attraction and putting things into implementation, is that the heart is way more powerful when it comes to manifestation than the brain. And so in my programs, in my courses, in my coaching, I teach people to heal their hearts. You heal your heart, it transforms your life. And it raises your core vibration significantly. And if you would like coaching, I highly suggest you go check me out on Instagram. Send me a DM if you want to work one-on-one with me, and I help you heal your heart and help you transcend the mind so you can manifest the reality that you want. This inexplicable or inexplainable, I don't know what the right word is here, is so potent. And imagine that kind of miracle energy behind your manifestation. Is a kid-like, angelic, beautiful, ecstasy, bright love, joy energy, right? We're dealing with a whole different frequency. So the next layer to this, which I think is an even higher vibration, which is beyond the emotion, beyond the feeling, is the universe or God. And you know, I have sayings like, you know, manifest God's goals or manifest the universe's goals, right? And so when it comes to manifesting, I don't have a thought process about it, right? So for example, let's say I want to travel to Kuala Lumpur, which is actually where I'm at right now. And I was recently in Bali, Indonesia. When it comes to thinking about manifesting these things into my life, it was just a thought and instant let go. It wasn't like, okay, I have to think about it, I need to visualize it, I need to do all of this stuff and put all this energy and intention behind it. It's just like an idea, and it's very hard to explain. But there's no, I want to say there's no ego. There's no ego behind it, right? There's no, will it work? Will it not work? How is it going to happen? Where's the money going to come from? What are people going to think of me, or any of that? It just is. And so there's no gap between where I am and where I want to be. It's just one. It's just normal. It's just natural. And it's not a thought process, because again, if it's a thought process, now it's coming into the mind and you're thinking about it and you're brainstorming it and all of this stuff. You want to be manifesting on a quantum level. You want to be manifesting on a spiritual level, and that is a higher vibrational frequency where you're not, necessarily taking it into the 3D, right? It's like you're living in the 5D, or what Abraham Hicks would call the vortex. And you're experiencing the isness of that reality now. And so if you're thinking about it and you're making the plans and you're doing the visualization and you're doing all this stuff, are you not at the same time kind of doing the opposite of manifesting it? Because by visualizing it, you can also create a component of you that says, I'm still trying to get it. Does it make sense? So there's a gap between where you are and what you want to create and what you want to manifest. When you have a phone, or you have a TV, or you have new cutlery, or you have food shopping, or whatever it is, you're not thinking, can I get this stuff? It's either you get it or you don't get it. It's almost like a choice, and it's an option for you to get these things. It's not difficult in your mind to go buy new cutlery. It's not, I need to manifest new cutlery. It's not a big deal like in your mind. Right? It's not a thought process. Like, I need new cutlery, I'm gonna go get new cutlery. It's not a big deal. And so it doesn't become a thought process, it doesn't become conditioning, doesn't become, will I achieve it or not? It doesn't become, what if I'm not good enough, or any of these things. It just is. So how can you take that same energy about buying cutlery or going grocery shopping and apply it to this godlike energy of, no, I already have this, I'm already living it, I'm already experiencing it, and that not being a thought process. Because I don't think the thoughts that I just explained, I don't think those things. Does that make sense? It just is, right? It comes maybe for a few seconds. I want to go here, I want to do this, and I'm living it. So there's no gap, there's no thought process, it just is. This is where my conditioning can't get in the way. My emotion, my doubts, whatever, right? Whatever the subconscious is in the subconscious, it can't get to it because I don't think about it too much. I don't visualize. I don't use affirmations. I don't use any techniques. All I do is I heal my heart, which I've already done. And also on top of that, I do subconscious identity shifting, which is called neutrality shifting, a system that I created that shifts your identity instantaneously. It's very, very powerful, all right? And because I've used it so much, I very rarely need to use that anymore. Does that make sense? Because I worked on a lot of my conditioning or my programming, and now I'm more in alignment with the things that I want to create in my life. So can you see how this works? Can you see how this is a different level of manifestation? If you have any questions, be sure to comment them below so I can see what questions you have, and then maybe I'll make another video on it, all right? And if you want to work with me one-to-one, one-on-one coaching, there's going to be a video that's going to be coming up on screen right now. Click on that and you can check out what I have to offer. I help people manifest abundance and love, and help them reprogram their subconscious identity and heal their hearts. So if that's something that you would like to do, then go check out my one-on-one coaching. And that's about it. Remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.